Hello YouTube, I'm Tim and welcome to another one of my DVD and Blu-ray updates, and I have quite a bit of stuff to show off that I've bought in late June through the month of July. So I'll start with my most recent DVD and Blu-ray buys that I've done online. In fact, I think everything that I bought online, since that seems to be where I'm buying most of my DVDs and Blu-rays nowadays. So first up, from Diabolique DVD, one of their Code Red Blu-ray exclusives, is an 80s Italian English dubbed cult movie. It's a crime drama. Stars Harvey Keitel and Johnny Rotten, who's also known as John Lydon. In Corrupt, the movie's called Corrupt, but it's also called Cop Killer, and it's also called Order of Death. But John Lydon's better known to the music world as Johnny Rotten. So here is Corrupt, aka Cop Killer, and there is John Lydon, who's also known as Johnny Rotten. And it's listed on the front of the case, a highly original psychological whodunit, and that's from a quote from Newsday. And TV Guide calls this movie a perverse and offbeat film, and Time Out London says, like Leone with the Western, this is a spaghetti thriller. A New York policeman, Harvey Keitel, Academy Award nominee from Bugsy, Bad Lieutenant, and Reservoir Dogs, imprisons and tortures an admitted cop killer, John Lydon, aka the Sex Pistols' Johnny Rotten, but finds the tables turned when his victim refuses to break and in fact urges more punishment. A blistering battle of wits ensues that will leave everyone with more than a few scars, also starring Leonard Mann from the movies Cut and Run and Night School, and Sylvia Sidney, Academy Award nominee, who's in Summer Wishes, Winter Dreams, Beetlejuice, and God Told Me To. This taut thriller from director Roberto Venenza, Escalation, features a jittery score by Oscar-winning legend Ennio Morricone. The Hateful Eight and The Mission is now presented in a new 2K HD scan for the very first time. And special features, its brand new 2K scan from the original IP Interpositive, on-camera interview with Leonard Mann, who's one of the actors in this movie, and then there's the original trailer, and it's 1.78 anamorphic widescreen. It lists this as being 101 minutes, but I'm hearing online that the runtime is 99 minutes, but there's some sources that list a little over 100 minutes, somewhere over 112 to 113, but I think those are for the Italian language cuts or an Italian language TV prints. The general English language release is supposed to be 99 minutes, is my understanding. And New Line Cinema, all rights reserved. And it's rated R, region A, B, and C. So it's a multi-regions Blu-ray. And this so far has only had some DVD releases from a bunch of the public domain DVD labels, but I think they're all from a VHS source, and they mute out the cuss words, because this is R-rated, but I saw a censored cut on one of the Film On channels via my Roku, and it looked like it had the violence intact, but all the bad words were muted. So I look forward to seeing a better copy of this movie, seeing that public domain censored cut on one of the Film On channels on my Roku. Didn't look too pretty, so it'll be nice seeing an actual HD scan from actual film elements, not just a VHS rip. And then oldies.com has been having sales, and they had all these manufactured on demand DVDs on sale, and there were a few that I was interested in. So first, let's see, one from Sony Pictures. Well, it says Columbia Pictures, but Sony, I think, owns Columbia Pictures now. So, from Columbia Pictures Classics and Sony Pictures Home Entertainment, on a manufactured on-demand DVD-R for singles only. And this is, I think this came out in 1968. So, well, listed copyright is 1967, but I think it was 1968. This movie stars John Saxon, who was in Roger Corman's Battle Beyond the Stars, and he was in the original Black Christmas, and he was in Hands of Steel, and he was in A Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, and Enter the Dragon. And I'll read a little bit of what's on the back. It says, the 60s spurred an onslaught of sex comedies, musical romps, and pillow talk-styled farces. This somewhat outrageous musical drama may stand in a class all its own. Milton Berle appears briefly as Mr. Parker, the social director of a singles-only Southern California apartment complex. Among the newest residents are Ann Carr, Marianne Mobley, Hiram Scarum, that's an Elvis movie, and TV's General Hospital, and Helen Todd, Lana Wood, Diamonds Are Forever, and that's Natalie Wood's little sister. But as Helen gets into the swing of things, Anne's decisive rebuffs have earned her the title The Girl Most Unlikely. Things change, however, when she meets Brett Hindley, John Saxon, Enter the Dragon, the local playboy who bets his buddies that he can bed the beauty in a week. Ugh. Seems like a bit of a tongue twister. And there's no extras, and it's not rated because I guess this came out really early in the MPAA ratings, either right before they put in the ratings for movies Enforcer, just in the early years of the MPAA ratings. And it doesn't list if this is widescreen or not, but I'm guessing it's widescreen. Let's see what front of this says. See how the single half lives its party time 24 hours a day. Looks like these are a bunch of college kids just in swimsuits standing around a swimming pool. One of these guys looks old enough to be this other college boy's dad, almost. Yeah, it stars John Saxon, Marianne Mobley, Lana Wood, Mark Richmond, special guest star Milton Berle. Oh, it's suggested for mature audiences, so yeah, that's really early MPAA ratings. So yeah, I haven't opened this up, so there's still that label on the front. See a bunch of college kids standing around a swimming pool, the title, and then a few images and single colors. And then you see the young couple on the back and a still from the movie. For singles only. And then also during oldies.com's sale, they had a bunch of DVD-Rs on sale from 20th Century Fox. Their 20th Century Fox Cinema Archives collection of DVD-Rs, and the quality on these can either be just a full frame or widescreen or a pan and scan full frame or a letterboxed widescreen or a 4x3 letterbox, which is basically looks like a full frame but with the letterboxed widescreen in the center of the screen. So first up we have Surf Party, something like the AIP Beach Party films. The stars Bobby Vinton, Patricia Morrow, and Jackie D. Shannon. And it lists on the back, a young girl heads to the beach with her friends to go see her brother and finds romance, music, and trouble. And it's in black and white from 1964, 67 minutes, and it's full frame. And according to IMDb, it's supposed to be a widescreen movie, so I don't know if this is just a full frame open matte or if it's cropped from a widescreen. It's usually when they put out a pan and scan full frame, they seem to be listing pan and scan full frame as one of the DVD specifications online. And then also from Fox Cinema Archives, it's another sort of youth-oriented comedy, Young Swingers. Stars Rod Lauren, Molly B, Gene McDaniels, Jack Larson, and the Sherwood Singers, and swing, sing, and let yourself go with the Hoot Nanny, the Young Swingers. Here are these hand-clapping hits. They list a bunch of songs. So this is a musical. A young woman is saddled with the task of evicting an entertainment company from a building her aunt owns. When she meets the ragtag band of musicians, she decides to help them keep their lease. And it's black and white from 1963, 70 minutes, and it's a 4x3 full frame. The Young Swingers. And there's a few images on the back. Okay, two more from 20th Century Fox Cinema Archives. One's more of a sci-fi horror drive-in movie. The Day Mars Invaded Earth. Martian invaders are in the process of making exact doubles of an entire town and then killing the original models. The terrifying facts are discovered by a scientist working at Cape Canaveral who has been trying to figure out why a recent Martian probe simply exploded after landing on the red planet. He has been in Florida on the project for so long that his wife in California is about to divorce him. Wanting to save his marriage and see his family, he goes home and suddenly ends up fighting for not only his own life, but for all humanity. And this is also in black and white. It says it's from 1962, but I think this came out in 1963. Maybe it was filmed in 1962. It's 69 minutes, and it's a 16:9 letterbox, so it's anamorphic widescreen since it says 16:9. And this is something like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It stars Kent Taylor, Marie Windsor, and William Mims. And one more from Fox Cinema Archives. The Pleasure Seekers. They're out to make the most of Madrid, and those hot-blooded Spaniards are willing. Well, they cross out the. They're out to make most of Madrid, and those hot-blooded Spaniards are willing. It stars Anne Margaret, Tony Franciosa, Carol Lindley, Gardner McKay, and Pamela Tiffin. It introduces Andre Lawrence and has guest star Gene Tierney and stars Brian Keith as Paul Barton. The Pleasure Seekers, a remake of the 1954 hit Three Coins in the Fountain. The Pleasure Seekers tells the story of three women searching for love in Madrid. As the story unfolds, the women find themselves in bad relationships. Anne Margaret, Carol Lindley, Gene Tierney, and Tony Franciosa star in this Oscar-nominated film. It says it's CinemaScope. It's a CinemaScope picture, which is usually the 2.35 widescreen, but the DVD spec listed as being in a 4:3 letterbox, so it sounds like it's one of those DVDs where you have to zoom in on a widescreen TV to simulate an anamorphic widescreen image. It's color 1964, 106 minutes. Looks like these cases got a little bit bent up. And Todd E. Walnuts. The last video I watched it, you had showed off a Blu-ray of a movie that I own on DVD. I don't know if I've shown this in a video before, but here we go. Slaughter Hotel. And I don't think your Blu-ray had a booklet, but my DVD that I got from Raro USA has got a little booklet in there, and there's really not much in the booklet, so I don't think it's really worth showing off. Well, I could show it off really quick, but there's really not much. And that lady's backside is naked, that's why my hand is over the rest of her. You see a house. Klaus Kinski is in this one. It's not really much in this booklet. Just that butt-naked woman on the back cover, as far as that booklet goes. This DVD's got a few extras on it. Lady Frankenstein's Memoirs, 18 minutes, Asylum of Fear, 15 minutes, 2 minutes of deleted scenes, fully illustrated booklet, which it doesn't really have much in it. UHD transfer from the original 35mm negative, digitally restored, new and improved English subtitle translation, and then there's a trailer, and it's 16:9 anamorphic widescreen, 2.35. Stars Klaus Kinski, Rosalba Neri, Monica Strobel, and Margaret Lee. It's from 1971 in Italy, 94 minutes, 35mm in color. And it's directed by Fernando Di Leo. This is also called Cold-Blooded Beast. I believe it's called the Cold-Blooded Beast. Yeah, Cold-Blooded Beast was the original Italian title, but it's also called Asylum Erotica. But I've had this DVD since October of 2016, and you had reminded me of it, Toddy Walnuts, when I saw you showing off your new Blu-ray copy of it. So I just had to show off my DVD. Let's reorganize some stuff. And from Ronin Flicks, I'm down to 22.5 minutes, so try to go a little bit faster. From Ronin Flicks, I bought a few Blu-rays, and two of these are Blu-ray upgrades, and one I never owned on DVD. From Scorpion Releasing and Ronin Flicks, Roger Corman's Night of the Cobra Woman. She sucks the life from the bodies of men. From legendary producer Roger Corman comes a drive-in horror classic. After being bitten by a very unusual cobra, a beautiful nurse, Marlena Clark, Lord Shango, Enter the Dragon, and Clay Pigeon can turn herself into a snake and will remain eternally young. However, to keep her youthful exterior, the cursed priestess requires a steady supply of venom, and lusty young men at her beck and call to steal their youth. But trouble occurs when she falls for the boyfriend of a beautiful snake expert, Joy Bang, messiah of evil, dealing, and pretty maids all in a row, and he brings along a pet eagle. Can she make a choice between a mortal male and her cobra god, Movini? Now watch this long, unavailable cult classic from a brand new HD master from the original camera negative. And special features brand new 16:9 HD master from the original Vault Elements, on-camera interview with producer Roger Corman, on-camera interview with star Marlena Clark, and there's the original trailer, and it's from 1972, 76 minutes, rated R. It's in English and at 1080p high definition widescreen 1.78. And lists it being region locked A. Only the cobra could satisfy her unearthly desires. And it's in a clear colored Blu-ray case, where the DVD was in a white cut third case, and there's the Cobra Woman right there, Marlena Clark. and then Joy Bang, and there's a cobra, and then that last image, I'm getting the green light from the webcams reflecting, so I think that's, yeah, it's Marlena Clark and Roger Garrett. So I was happy to get this on Blu-ray after it seemed like there was only going to be a DVD. The DVD looks really nice, except for a few little imperfections, but nothing too bad. And then also from Ronin Flicks, a Code Red title starring Meg Tilly and Adam West, One Dark Night, and it's got a slipcover. So this, I haven't opened it yet, but it has that new artwork, which is reversible and has the original artwork on the other side. It's a shocking tale of horror that takes you beyond fear. And this has got a bunch of extras. Yeah, there are a lot of extras on there. And then some years back, Shout Factory had released a special edition DVD of the 70s drive-in cult classic Kingdom of the Spiders, while Code Red acquired the rights and are selling a Blu-ray edition through Ronin Flicks. And it's also got this nice slipcut cover, and you can see that's William Shatner, and then Tiffany Bowling, and some other people who were in the movie. And just to note, One Dark Night's also 1.78 anamorphic widescreen region ABC and is rated PG, while Night of the Cobra Woman is region A and rated R. But it's also in 1.78 widescreen. And this is just full of extras. I don't think it has any of the extras. Well, it's got most of the extras from the Shout Factory DVD, but Shout Factory wouldn't let Code Red carry over the interview with William Shatner, but there's a new on-camera interview with star Tiffany Bowling, and she does audio commentary with the producer Ego Cantor. And this has got a bunch of different interviews on here, and looks like there's one other audio commentary track, but I'm getting close to a half hour, so I want to speed up just a tad. I bought a bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays off of Amazon.com right on my birthday, which was June 30th. And I picked same-day delivery, so I got some delivered to my house on my birthday. And one from Shout Factory that they licensed from MGM under the Scream Factory banner. The Angry Red Planet. A spectacular adventure beyond time and space as cinemagic, and that big old spider with like either a mouse or a bat's head. And it doesn't look like they list any extras, but this probably has at least the trailer on here. With Martians like the leggy and very hairy bat, rats, spider crab, plus flesh-eating plants, and a rolling amoeba with rotating eyes. The angry red planet will make you think twice before jumping into a spaceship, no matter where it's headed. When an Earth rocket lands on Mars, the crew finds the planet not entirely dead. As these well-armed scientists begin to explore, they are attacked by unbelievably horrific and demented creatures at every turn, battling for their lives as survivors make it back to their ship only to discover intelligent life and a warning they'll never forget. And this is from 1959. It's 83 minutes, 1080p high definition widescreen 1.85. It's a charming, DVDDrivein.com lists this as being charming and fun-filled, while the reprobate calls this film one of the most outrageously brilliant monsters ever caught on film. Well, it must mean this big old, like, spider crab thing. And Amazon.com had a bunch of Elvis movies for sale. And there was one I wanted to get at the grocery store, but the grocery store didn't have any DVDs for sale. I guess they put them all away because the 4th of July had been coming up. And then there was one DVD set I saw at the grocery store, but they didn't, like I said, they put the DVDs away. The Best of the 80s Tom Selleck Magnum P.I. And I got this. Tom Selleck had done a number of drive-in movies. And one he did was Terminal Island with star Phyllis, with B-movie actress Phyllis Davis, who did a number of primetime TV shows, and she also guest starred on this show with him. This has 2 discs. As the first, I think, as the first 2 episodes from season 1, and then two episodes from season 2, 1 from season 4, 1 from season 5, season 6, 1 from season 7, 1 from season, the last 2 episodes of the show are in season 8. In this case, I took the plastic wrap off, and the case got smashed a little bit because it's just cheap plastic, so it's falling apart a little bit. I had some pieces of the plastic break off. So, 2 DVDs. The last 2 episodes, Resolutions, features guest star Phyllis Davis from Russ Meyer's Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, Sweet Sugar, and Terminal Island, which also starred Tom Selleck. And she was on the TV show Vegas. So this ought to be cool. Haven't seen Magnum P.I. in a while. And one film I own on DVD, but the DVD's kind of crummy quality. It doesn't look too pretty on an HD TV. And Roger Corman's The Pit and the Pendulum, which Shout Factory had licensed from MGM for their Vincent Price collection. That collection went out of print. So I found another company that's selling The Pit and the Pendulum on DVD, that I got the DVD cheap on Amazon. Company called TGG Direct. And they I thought this was 2 DVDs. It's The Pit and the Pendulum paired with Tales of Terror, which also stars Vincent Price. It's just a single DVD with the 2 movies on there, which I kind of figured would be the case since they did that with the 2 Vincent Price Dr. Goldfoot movies. But these are both supposed to be anamorphic widescreen, and my other DVD, A Pit and the Pendulum, wasn't anamorphic widescreen. And since I missed out on getting the Vincent Price Collection Volume 1, on my birthday I had bought Vincent Price Collection Blu-ray Volume 2 from Amazon. And it's got The Raven, The Comedy of Terrors, The Tomb of Lygia, The Last Man on Earth, Dr. Phibes Rises Again, The Return of the Fly, and House on Haunted Hill. And these each have a bunch of extras and 32-page booklet. And then I got the last Vincent Price collection that Shout Factory did under their Scream Factory banner. Vincent Price Collection Volume 3, which has Master of the World, Tower of London, Diary of a Madman, An Evening of Edgar Allan Poe, which was a TV special, so that's not in HD, it's standard definition, it's done on videotape, and Cry of the Banshee. I'm not sure if this has both cuts like Cry of the Banshee or not, but it says New High Definition Master of the Director's Cut from the Interpositive Film Element, and New High Definition Master of the American International Pictures Cut from the Only Surviving Element, a Color Reversal Intermediate. Yeah, it looks like there's a bunch of extras on all these. They list there being a theatrical trailer for Tower of London. It was my understanding there was no trailer for it. And there shouldn't be a trailer for Evening of Edgar Allan Poe since that was just a TV special. So I'm thinking there were some typos on here, but this has a 12-page booklet with rare photos. It's 4 Blu-rays, which is what this other Vincent Price collection has. And since I collect DVDs too, I got the MGM Midnight Movies double feature, a couple Vincent Price movies, The Tomb of Lygia DVD, and An Evening of Edgar Allan Poe. So, Tomb of Lygia is an anamorphic widescreen, while An Evening of Edgar Allan Poe is in a full frame. And Tomb of Lygia has audio commentary with director Roger Corman, audio commentary with star Elizabeth Shepard in the original trailer. And it's a double-sided DVD, A-side, B-side, the B-side having An Evening of Edgar Allan Poe, which doesn't have any extras, just has English mono audio and then English, French, and Spanish language subtitles. See a black cat. It's kind of a skinny cat. And then Kino Lorber has been putting out a bunch of Vincent Price movies on DVD and Blu-ray, so I didn't upgrade to the Blu-ray yet since I still like to get DVDs every now and then. So I got the Kino Lorber Studio Classics DVD edition of Tales of Terror. Stars Vincent Price, Peter Lorre, and Basil Rathbone, and this is an anamorphic widescreen, and it has on-camera interview with producer and director Roger Corman, Then audio commentary by film historian Tim Lucas, audio commentary by Vincent Price historian David Dilval and actor David Frank Ham, trailers from Hell with Roger Corman in the original theatrical trailer. So this is a trio of stories by Edgar Allan Poe. So it's 3 different short stories in one movie. And like I said, I got some Elvis movies on DVD. One I wanted to get at the grocery store, but they didn't have it. I found it online, but with different... the one in the store didn't have this cover art. Harum Scarum, which also stars Mary Ann Mobley and Fran Jeffries and Michael Ansara. And as an extra as Elvis Presley trailer gallery, languages English and French, and English, French, and Spanish subtitles, and it's listed as being in a matted widescreen format, preserving the aspect ratio of its original theatrical exhibition, enhanced for widescreen TVs. Elvis brings the big beat to Baghdad in a riotous rock-and-rollin' adventure spoof. Yeah, the cover art that they had at the store when they had the DVD there had cover art similar to this one, where it was this bluish cover where it had Elvis and Mary Ann Mobley on the cover. But here we have the deluxe DVD edition of Viva Las Vegas, starring Elvis Presley and Anne Margaret. And this has a good amount of extras, commentary by Steve Pond, author of Elvis in Hollywood, new featurette Kingdom, Elvis in Vegas, digitally remastered for improved picture quality, soundtrack remastered in Dolby Digital 5.1, as well as original mono. And then there's the theatrical trailer, and then there's French subtitles. And it's enhanced for widescreen TV, so it's anamorphic. Then one more Elvis movie that I had to get on DVD, Change of Habit, starring Elvis Presley and Mary Tyler Moore. And it's got the trailer, and there's production notes, cast and filmmaker bios, and recommends, and it's anamorphic widescreen. And this co-stars Barbara McNair and Jane Elliott. And I believe that Edward Asner is in this as well. And then one other one I had seen at the grocery store, but the grocery store didn't have their DVDs out since they were pushing 4th of July sales. So I found this 2 DVD set online, Gorilla at Large and Mystery on Monster Island. And these are both from 20th Century Fox. And it looks like they're both widescreen. I'm guessing it's anamorphic. And they don't really list any extras unless there's trailers. So it might just be each movie on its own DVD. Gorilla at Large on disc 1, Mystery on Monster Island on disc 2, and Gorilla at Large is from 1954, while Mystery on Monster Island is from 1981. And then, even though I've got all the I've got both The Fly and Return of the Fly on DVD and Blu-ray. I got the Fly Collection DVD box set, since this is the only way to get the third and rarely seen Fly sequel, The Curse of the Fly. And then we get the Fly Collection Disc of Horrors, which is just DVD extras. And Curse of the Fly came out in 1965, and it's an anamorphic widescreen 2.35. Well, this says widescreen 2.35, but usually 20th Century Fox has been pretty good about doing anamorphic widescreen. And the fourth disc, the Fly Collection Disc of Horrors, includes the 1997 Vincent Price biography interview originally on the A&E network, Flytrap Catching, a classic featurette, still galleries, press books, posters, and more. So, let me show it all off. Move all this stuff out of the way. So, from Ronin Flicks and Scorpion Releasing, Roger Corman's Night of the Cobra Woman on Blu-ray. And then from Code Red and Ronin Flicks, Kingdom of the Spiders, starring William Shatner and Tiffany Bowling. And then from Code Red and Ronin Flicks, One Dark Night, starring Meg Tilly and Adam West. And Kingdom of the Spiders and One Dark Night have the slipcovers if you buy them from Ronin Flicks. And then a Code Red Blu-ray that's exclusive to Diabolique DVD, Corrupt, aka Cop Killer, starring Harvey Keitel and Johnny Rotten, which is listed on the front cover of the Blu-ray case as being a highly original psychological whodunit. That's Newsday that said that. And then from Fox Cinema Archives, manufactured on demand DVD, The Pleasure Seekers, and also from 20th Century Fox Cinema Archives on a DVD-R, The Day Mars Invaded the Earth. And then we have The Pleasure Seekers, starring Anne Margaret and Johnny Rotten and Harvey Keitel in Corrupt. And then from Fox Cinema Archives, The Young Swingers. Let me see if I can adjust this. And then from 20th Century Fox Cinema Archives, Surf Party. And from Sony Pictures and Columbia Classics, for singles only, John Saxon and Marianne Motley and Lana Wood. And then one I've had since October 2016, Cold Blood Beast, which is better known as Slaughter Hotel. That's on DVD and Blu-ray from Raro, USA, but I just own the DVD copy. I don't have a Blu-ray. And then from Kino Lorber Studio Classics, one that they got from MGM, Edgar Allan Poe's Tales of Terror, starring Basil Rathbone, Vincent Price, and Peter Lorre. And from MGM's Midnight Movies collection, their double feature of Edgar Allan Poe's Tomb of Ligeia and Vincent Price in the TV special An Evening of Edgar Allan Poe. And that's just a double-sided DVD, so Tomb of Ligeia on one side, An Evening of Edgar Allan Poe on the other, and then from TGG Direct, licensed from MGM, Roger Corman's film version of Edgar Allan Poe's The Pit and the Pendulum, starring Vincent Price, John Kerr, and Barbara Steele. And then another copy of Edgar Allan Poe's Tales of Terror with Vincent Price, Peter Lorre, and Basil Rathbone. And then from Universal Home Video, The Best of the 80s Magnum P.I., starring Tom Selleck. It's 10 episodes. And then from the 20th Century Fox Midnight Movies collection of DVDs, a double feature of Gorilla at Large, paired with Mystery on Monster Island, and unlike the MGM ones, this is 2 DVDs instead of a double-sided DVD. And then from Universal, Elvis Presley and Mary Tyler Moore in Change of Habit. And then from Warner Home Video, Elvis Presley and Anne Margaret in Viva Las Vegas, the deluxe edition. And then from Warner DVD, Elvis Presley and Marianne Mobley in Harum Scarum. And then from 20th Century Fox, The Fly collection, which has The Fly, Return of the Fly, and The Curse of the Fly, and then The Fly collection Disc of Horrors, which is just a DVD of extras related to the films, but sadly, Vincent Price didn't get to be in Curse of the Fly, just The Fly and Return of the Fly. And then from Shout Factory, Scream Factory, the Vincent Price Collection, Volume 2. And then also a Shout Factory, Scream Factory box set, the Vincent Price Collection, Volume 3. And one more Shout Factory, Scream Factory, The Angry Red Planet, featuring a big old crab monster, or crab spider, a bat mouse head, or with a bat's head. So, there you have it. Scorpion and Code Red from Ronin Flicks. 20th Century Fox drive-in cult movies, Elvis Presley movies, Fly movies, and MGM drive-in movie licensed Shout Factory for the Scream Factory. Vincent Price Collections Volume 2 and Volume 3. More Vincent Price for singles only. And Johnny Rotten and Harvey Keitel and the Code Red Blu-ray of Corrupt, which I got off of Diabolique DVD. And let's see if we can make that a little bit better. And that is it for my DVD and Blu-ray update for late June all the way through the month of July. I'm Tim, and thanks for watching. Come by again soon for another DVD and Blu-ray update.